I'm Sukanya.
I'm Ashish, and
And
this
this
is
is
our
our
story.
story.
So, I would like to describe Sukanya in 5 words, which will be: she's determined, she's joyful, she's truthful, of course, caring, and she's a great mom.
Thank you. If I were to describe Ashish in 5 words, I would say kind, caring, and definitely helpful. He always does my dishes, which is so nice. He's really easygoing. He has a very positive attitude towards life, which I just love. And one more. He has a lot of patience, something I could take from him or learn from him, how to be more patient in life.
We've got a long way to go.
Yeah. I'm not very patient, but yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, so our foundation, I'd say, we both have been associated with Salvation Army, like probably before our birth, of course, because both our parents have been Salvation Army officers back in India. Mine are still active. Yeah, and we grew up in Salvation Army community. Like we went to Sunday school. We were junior soldiers, became senior soldiers. We got to know about Jesus. We learned about Jesus. We accepted Jesus, like being in the Salvation Army. It grew our faith, and yeah, and that foundation gave us the spirit to move here and found another family here. It's just on a different land, but under the same banner. So yeah, we are very blessed about that. Yeah, yeah, and we're thankful to Jesus for that.
Yeah. I think one of the most significant defining moments in our life would be our move from India to Australia.
Yeah.
That was in 2014. When we embarked on the journey of talking about moving, we were not very sure where this was going, and we just trusted in the Lord. And we knew if this is what God had planned for us, then definitely He would help us and He would make our journey smooth.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we have seen the whole time. God's
that's
been
right.
with us, He has encouraged us, and we've got support from family and friends. And we've just been really blessed to make that move, and we're really happy that we've come here.
Yeah, we've never regretted that decision ever in our life, and we've just seen blessings. And yeah, of course, there has been some hard times related to work and settling down, but I think that was just a part of journey. But God had prepared us for those challenges anyway, to face them, to overcome them, and they're still here. They're still here, and He's not letting us down, and we are moving forward strong. Yeah. Yeah, the hardest part, I would say, of course, family again. Family, for 5 years we hadn't been able to go back to India, and in those 5 years, like, so much had happened. Like, there was some happy news, like new babies being born, and like my brother had his first kid, and we hadn't seen him. Her brother had 2 kids after, is it? Yeah, 2 kids after we moved, so we hadn't seen them at all. And so many people who departed this world. So like my uncles, my aunt, 2 of my dear cousins, and it was so hard, so difficult, and I didn't even have the courage to call them when my cousins died. Like, I didn't have that strength to talk to the family. Like, I'm a kind of person like who want to sit by their side, give them a hug, talk to them, but it's just over the phone. So I think family emotions have like always been something that has been the toughest part of this move. I'd say. Other than that, there's joy here because we have two beautiful kids and they keep us like on our toes all the time. Yeah, it's the house, the family is full of love, so like it's still and so that's kind of I think compensate everything and yeah, with the immediate family nothing bad has happened in the immediate family other than Sukanya's mom passing away a couple of years ago. So that has been the worst setback. Other than that, there is like social media and like we've been in constant touch like through calls, through video calls, FaceTime and stuff like that. So that hasn't been the problem. And I can surely say like I think they all, the family on the other side, they're also reciprocating in the same way as we are here. Yeah. We definitely had a few culture shocks, but I think like it wasn't they weren't like very overwhelming on us like so we took them lightly but we were like amazed, oh already okay, so like especially one of the things was people. I told you like we arrived here on Sunday morning and Sunday morning we had a nap like not a nap, big sleep after like long flight, and we said okay let's go and grab some food like we were the lengths in Mancravat and like we got off the house, went down for a walk, all the shops were closed at 5 p.m.
Whereas that's not the case in
Where it's
India.
not that the case. Shops open at 5 p.m. and then go like and like you can buy anything, go to any shop. What are we gonna do? We were talking and we just like trying to explore the area. So we went walk and we saw this general store open and we bought a few stuff and walked back home. And that was very upsetting. Not seeing any people around when you had come from a country with more than like 1 billion of population. So and you see like every inch or every centimeter there's a person that you can see, so that was a bit upsetting. But yeah, the next morning was a Monday morning, busy morning. Woke up, got out of the house and see like all these cars and buses and people going to work and shops opening. I said okay, we are not at a worse place, so it's still good. Yeah. So you have
I think when we first came, everyone used to ask us, "How are you going?" Whereas in India or other parts of the country, where you, "How are you going?" is kind of like, "Where are you going to?"
Or maybe how you're commuting.
Because we would generally say, "How are you doing?" So I think that took a bit of a time to understand that people are just generally asking, "How are you?" But how are you going? I like it now.
Yeah. Australian accent has been really tough for me for first I think 3-4 months, and I was kind of like started talking to Sukanya like during our first 3-4 months. I think I can't settle here. Like I probably can't get any work. Like I can't talk, and I can't communicate. I mean, like people can understand me, but I don't think I'll be able to understand the Aussie accent like when they talk. But I think it didn't take me much.
You're doing really well.
Yeah. So that gave me kind of positivity to stay longer. I'm gonna stay forever, kind of a thing now.
I'm Zubin. I love living in Australia. The best thing about being in Australia is everything.
Everything. It wasn't a moment, it was like whole journey, but I'd say when we moved here, we actually didn't expect to have such a great Salvation Army family in Carindale. Like we were amazed. Like our first week of Sunday here, we arrived here on Sunday, and the following Sunday we were here, and we got introduced to ourselves, and every single person in this church like welcomed with their heart. Like they gave us a welcome us in their family, and made us part of this family, and it's been just a joyful journey ever since. It's been like now nearly 6 years. Yeah, nearly 6 years. Little more. Little less than 6 years, but it's been amazing, and we're just loving it here. Like when you move to a country, like there are a few friends who I know from my school and from my uni, back in India, they tried living different places, but I think we just got stuck here, and we're just loving here. We're not even thinking of like moving anywhere else. So it's just a family. Like this is what we not expected that God had kept for us. Like when we moved here, yeah. So this is really amazing. Yeah.
So God has been teaching us through this process of our journey that He's always been with us. We have a faithful God. He never lets go of us. He never forgets us. He knows our names.
Yeah.
We're always in His heart, and He has always been there from the start, and He promises to be there till the end. So yeah, we need to trust God. We need to just let go of our fears and our inhibitions in life and just trust God. And He's a good God. He always has good plans for us. I would just like to quote Jeremiah 29:11. It's one of my favorite verses. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And that has always been with us,
Yeah.
that God's always with us, and we have the hope that one day He will take us till the end, and
Yeah.
it will be a good journey we have taken upon ourselves. Yeah. I would just say that we're really blessed to be here, and it's been such a blessing to come to this core and find a family who's been so accepting, and we found a village for our kids, and our kids love it here, we love it here, and yeah, it's been amazing. So just a huge thank you to the Carindale core. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Sukanya,
I'm Ashish, and this is our story.
I'm Alex, and this is my story. I'm 12 years old. I go to Mansfield State High School. My favorite color is green. My favorite food to eat is, at the moment, fish and chips. But it used to be pizza when I was back in Canada, and a lot of the time I was here, but I changed it to fish and chips just a while ago over the holidays when I went to like a theme park, you know. It's really good there. I reckon humorous, funny, not humorous, funny. Spiritual maybe. Handsome. And tall. Yeah, tall. And Canadian. So one of my favorite songs that we sing here in church is "What a Beautiful Name." It's a really good song. Just also take your mind off what you're worrying about and your anxiety and stuff like that. So yeah, I was born in Canada. I was born in Godridge in Ontario, and then I moved to Newfoundland, and I went to a school called McDonald Drive Elementary. I also had a really good church family, and my mom and dad used to work at work at a camp, summer camp, and we would go every year and just, yeah, be a part of that, you know? And there would be lots of different ones that we could participate in and ones that we just stayed there, you know, while it happened. But yeah. God is important in my life because He created everything. He created the earth, the stars, the sun, the planets, the animals, us, everything that's on earth right now. He created and helped create and gave us the ideas in our head to like invent things like TVs and all this kind of stuff, right? He gave us all of those ideas. It means that like we can grow in our learning and thinking, and we can become smarter. And yeah. When I think about God, I see either a man with a long beard and long hair, because like in books that's what Jesus looks like, because like people think Jesus looks like that. And I think of the Holy Spirit like mist or something, like yellow spiritual stuff like that, you know? And then God, probably like in heaven, like him sitting on his throne. He's like kind of big. He's like a big glowing human, like, yeah. And then with the angels like around him, you know, like a king, yeah, a Lord, Savior, yeah. One of my most defining moments is probably moving to Australia. When my parents told me that I was going to move to Australia, I got a bit stressed, and I had some anxiety because like I was coming into a new place and I didn't want to leave my friends and family at home. So when I moved here, my church family here helped me through that, and I made some new friends, and yeah, it's pretty great over here now. Really weird feelings, actually, like lightheadedness in my head and stuff like that. Yeah. My favorite part about living in Australia is probably that it's always sunny, so that you can like go to pools and beaches like constantly if you wanted to over the holidays. Yeah, that's pretty fun. What I miss most about Canada is probably the snow, because it doesn't snow here at all. And yeah, it just used to get like really, really, really deep, like a few feet maybe sometimes, and it used to like pile up to your door. And when you'd like open the door, it would just be all piled up at the front. Yeah, it used to be pretty cool. Probably when things get tough, you can always move through it no matter what, and God will always help you to move through that. Yeah, and that no matter how hard it is, that you'll always get past it, probably, yeah. When I was having a hard time moving here and thinking about it, I had a lot of friends back in Canada that helped me by talking to me and saying it was going to be all right, you know, and taking me out places and taking my mind off of the thing, or moving here. But yeah. I now also have moments, just like I did when I was moving here, when I feel a bit anxious and stuff like that. But it's all in the positivity. So if you feel positive, then your mind will be positive and you'll think positive. But when you feel negative, then your mind will think negative and feel negative, and everything will be negative. And if you trust in God that it's all going to be okay, and that in the end, it'll all be fixed and positive, then you can work through that kind of stuff. So one thing that helps me not feel anxious and help me feel a bit better and distract myself is spending time with my family outside, like maybe going to South Bank and having a chill at the beach or something like that. Or maybe going to a movie together or something like that. But yeah, that kind of really helps me take my mind off what I'm worrying about and the anxiety. Yeah. I'm Alex, and this is my story.